G'day everyone, Bravo again with the Millennial Pause, and we are picking up from the end of level 8 going into level 9. Now I did just record this, but the audio stuffed up and didn't record in half of it, so we're going to try again and we'll see how we go. But basically at this point we're starting to actually fight back against the aliens, and now we need to let Earth know what's happened, because we're off at, I think it's Alpha Centauri or something. Well, I might have a Google when I stop these recordings going back to back, and we'll have a look. But we are looking at a new alien called the Hunter. Now we can glitch them with the new weapon we've got, which is why there's ammo for it. And this is pretty much the most effective weapon I can use on this level. I can't use the assault rifle, I can't use, well, I don't have the flamethrower yet, but if we immediately head right, we can see the first of our big arenas. So there's 4 arenas all up, so I'll probably keep the map open for most of this video, so you can see where I'm going, because that's probably the hardest part of this, and I actually want to head around this way to start with. Going down big corridors, I'll turn off the map just to see if there's any enemies. Now, in here we've got our first switch, so if I have a look across, so I can see some enemies, they're starting to run. Now I'll come across swarms of them at some point, but there we can see that the doors opened on the opposite side of this arena. Yep, and now we've got some bad guys hammering us front and back. I'm not too worried, because there's a solid little bit of a health refill right in the middle of this level. Now, over on the left, where we've got our red and yellow meter, the health and shields, we've also now got a blue meter. I'm going to head into the middle to refill both of those. The blue meter is your oxygen. So if it starts to run out, you're going to have probably a bad day. So I haven't let it run out before, so I haven't seen exactly what happens when you die of oxygen starvation. But also be aware that you round corners and find enemies basically everywhere in this level. I'm making my way around deliberately to this space here. It has a pattern buffer to save the game, a little bit of ammo, and I heard a door open and an oxygen refill. And behind me is also a shield refill. Alright. So there was lots of enemies there that I could hear opening doors, and there's a hunter coming up somewhere. Now I kind of want to meet them before they start swarming, if I can, so I'm going to try and find a way down to one of the Dead Seas, if I can. Okay, some ammo. Now, the compilers will make their way up to me. And there's quite a few hunters and compilers and troopers upstairs, just generally making the day a little bit harder. I don't think I'm up to this one yet, but there's some ammo in here. No, not up to this one yet. Ow! The door squished me. Alright. Yeah, that one's still closed. We'll check down here. And here we have the hunters. So they have shoulder mounted cannons, and they can and will fire at you, but you can sort of glitch them out with the fusion pistol that I've got now, which incidentally does have a charge shot, not unlike the plasma pistol in Halo. There we go. Okay. So here's the map. So I'm down at the southwest corner. Not ready for that room yet, so we'll head across. See if we can't find any more switches. So you'll know that one of the middle doors has been opened because it's got the red parts on the map that are the doors. So this here is one of the ways down to the Dead Sea. I'm going to do this now because otherwise you sort of end up with this bit of a backlog of enemies down here. And it's an airlock system, so you have to flick the switches. And it is literally just an absolute mess of bad guys. And the hunters can really wreck you if you let them. Alright, so let's do a run around. So if you clear the enemies, you tend to have a bit of an easier time in general. And here's one of our oxygen refill sections. So the blue bar goes back up. And going around, some ammo. Ammo is handy. And I think it's looking like we've been all the way around. So that's one of them. And the other one. Alright, so let's head down here. Ow. Alright, I'll go top up my shield. Okay, so we're going this way. Thought I'd dodged that one. So this is sort of a handy little home base while you're exploring and trying to find out which switch is the next one to hit. So I can never remember. Alright, there we go. So we were heading down. And down here is the way down to the other Dead Sea. The only real upside of this is that it is single file pretty much, so you're only taking on one enemy at a time. The downside is because it's single file, you can't sidestep when they grenade you in the face. Alright. But that should clear us up quite a bit to be able to just wander freely in the level. So up there is where we get another pistol. For now we're just looking for ammo. And looks like we're ready to go. Okay, now there we go. Pull up the map so I can make my way back to middle. Bing. very aware that I'm seeing someone walking this bit. Yep, closing in on death. Let's hope I don't run into anyone who's a good shot. Now I'm going to do my shield first because I've still got some oxygen left over, which is good. Oops. There we go. Okay, now let's find that second button. Alright, someone's in those airlock bits. Alright, so heading around the middle section. This is one we've hit. So let's see where we can get to. I'm very aware that there's still enemies. Now, it might be a bit distracting to watch the video with the map running over the top, but there we just went through a door that was closed and is now open. Here's where we get our second pistol, and we right click to bring it up, and here's our second switch. Look across, we see it opening, so it's going to be the southwest one. So now we can head across the middle bit again. And there's another invisible compiler. Where'd he go? There you are. So another switch. So even though I went down and cleared that area out, there's still bad guys down there, which is worth being aware of. Okay, so that third switch should be over this way, if memory serves, which I think is this one. And now we're looking at the one that's on the southeast of the middle, southwest, sorry. Now we're going to be going and filling up our oxygen first. Sorry if you can hear the dog barking. Her name is Winnie. And I'll probably call her to tell her to stop barking. Go. So now I think we're almost right. Where'd you go? There you are. You're in my inner sanctum. Rude. Alright, so save. Now I think we want to be heading up this way now. Good, this door's now open. Now. Okay. Okay, this is the part where we're sending the message to Earth. Really handy. So that green hunter took a little more effort to take down, but now that we've done that, we should be right to access that last section that we haven't been in yet. So heading back to the middle, and what I'm going to do first is top up my shields and air. And I'll save the game as well. because I can't quite remember how the next level starts, but it could be one of those ones that's a little bit hectic. Alright, so now we can access this area, which has the terminal that we finish at. Alright, so that was the second time in about 10 minutes I did this level. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try and finish this game, and as I go, I'm just going to upload what I have. So we'll get this terminal going and catch you later.